Subject today, we talk about Franz Liszt, born in 1811, died in 1886. Franz Liszt is unmistakably connected with the grand tradition. And what I mean with the grand tradition will come what I'm going to say now. Franz Liszt was a pupil of Carl Czerny. How this started? Liszt was born in Riding. Riding is a small, very small village. In Franz Liszt's time, about a few hundred inhabitants, about 85 to 90 kilometers from Vienna. So, of course, it was very normal that a talented pupil like Franz Liszt, who first was taught by his father, by the way, would come to Vienna. And then he came in touch with the great Carl Czerny, who was born in 1791. By the way, magically, the year Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart died. Carl Czerny started to teach Franz Liszt officially and very intensively in 1822. At that time, Franz Liszt was 11 years old. The most important thing is Czerny learned Franz Liszt how to play Bach, Mozart, and above all, Ludwig van Beethoven. So Franz Liszt was able, thanks to Czerny, to play for the great master Ludwig van Beethoven. I don't know what repertoire he played, but it is said he played some Mozart, he played some improvisations of himself, and he certainly played some Bach, because that was also a topic that pianists, keyboard players, would play the works of Johann Sebastian Bach. Very important. Today it is still important. It is said, the legend goes, that after this session, Beethoven, who was already very much under deafness, but could hear somehow, or maybe see how this young boy played, would have raised up and kissed Franz Liszt on the stern. Some people say it is a legend. Was it true? Was it not true? We don't know. But one thing is for sure. The tradition was given over Czerny to Franz Liszt. And Franz Liszt gave it to his pupils. We will talk about that later. The origins of Franz Liszt, his virtuosity, lays certainly by the great composer, because I call him a great composer, Carl Czerny, died in 1857. He has seen the rise of Franz Liszt as a rock star in piano playing. And of course, what was the training? The training was playing scales, playing arpeggios, playing double notes, and also improvisation. Carl Czerny would give a team, any team, to Franz Liszt and ask him to improvise. So, of course, with improvisation comes also harmony. Harmonielehre, we say of German. It's very important. The language of music is harmony. The grammar of music is polyphony. Don't forget that. This is the first chapter of my talk.